Good morning. This is Pastor Everett Bell of the Bethel AME Church in Monrovia, California, better known as Bethel Monrovia. I greet you today. I'm down here at the beach in Long Beach, remembering Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., as some people refer to as the great dreamer. He shared a dream that galvanized an entire nation on what it would look like if we didn't judge people by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. What would it look like if this nation lived up to its creed, that we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men and women are created equal? The dreamer. It was 60 years ago, a little over 60 years ago, that he shared that dream with all of us. And it hasn't quite come to pass as of yet. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. I want to encourage you to hold on to what it is that you've dreamed about. Because if God has placed it in your heart to dream it, then there is always the possibility that you will experience it. I'm reminded in the book of Isaiah that he says, "For unto you a child is born, for unto you a son is given." He's making a reference to Jesus Christ. And this vision that God had allowed him to see did not come to pass for 700 years. Yes, it's true that sometimes the dreams or the visions that we see are for a time in the future. However, there are things that you've dreamed about, there are things that you've seen in the spirit, there are things that God has shown you that are intended for you. They may not come when you expect it, but it does not mean it's not on the way. In Genesis, somewhere around the 35th chapter, Joseph shared a dream with his family. And he talked basically about how great he would become. And what it did was foster a degree of hate and separation. But in the end, by the way, after a long period of difficulty and struggle, including being placed in slavery and placed in prison, and all along he held on to who he was. That's the part I want to remind you of. That while you're moving towards your dream, don't give up on who you are. Don't change, don't compromise. Keep moving confidently in the directions of your dreams. Now, Joseph went through all of this, and then at the point that he least expected it, Pharaoh made him second in command in all of Egypt. I believe he was even greater than his dream shared with him. And probably because he held steady during the difficult seasons on his way to realization of his dream. So for you, whatever God has shown you, whatever God has revealed to you, stand still and see the salvation of the Lord. Stand still as you move forward. I know that sounds like an oxymoron, but what it means is stand still in your mind as you move forward in your dream, in your endeavor, and trust the Lord along the way. And in due season, it may not come when you want it, but it'll be there right on time. In due season, you will have what you have imagined, what you have dreamed. Be encouraged today. If this helps you, feel free to like the button and subscribe to get more updates as they come. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.